as a 7-1 by Virtuals. He is dictated overview project and the token. What is 717 AI by
What in the hell is that crypto gibberish crypto scan, bro? Get out of here. No one will redeem your cryptos, bugger. Unmute.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Jay Dyer. How are you doing?
Good. What's up?
First time ever actually talking to you, like, ever. This is my first time ever joining the X stream as well. Um, I just have a couple of questions on your debate. I've watched, I know this was a while ago with you and Redeem Zoomer. Me and my brother were having this conversation today. So your disagreement with Protestant on, uh, well, the part on Zoomer was you disagree about we all are sinful at birth, or was it something else?
Well, I mean, we have a different idea of original sin. We don't believe that humans are sinners in Adam, and that doesn't even make any sense because James defines sin as an act of the will. So how is a baby guilty of sin that Adam commits when Ezekiel says that no one is held accountable for their father's sins?
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. All right, well, I appreciate it, Jay. Thank
Yeah,
you
I mean,
so
you have
much.
to actually commit a sin to be a sinner, right? And infants, although they suffer from the effects of original sin, they're not guilty of Adam's sin, and that's
So
the
the guilt
confusion.
is the distinction here.
Right. Roman Catholics used to teach original guilt from the fourth to seventh century, and then they softened that position, and the East never taught that position.
Oh,
The only people that teach that nowadays are Calvinists, basically, and some Lutherans. Go ahead. What's up? Unmute.
Hey, I'm just you asked me to hop on your excuse
Sure.
me your live to discuss aesthetics. I didn't want to be interrupting any conversation you're having though.
No, you're next. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, I think we're going to agree on most things. I studied with Aidan Hart, as most of you guys probably know. Aidan Hart,
You do what?
Orthodox iconographer in England, Greek Orthodox though. But anyways, the school that he's under actually has a whole section about Islamic art, and I just as someone who studies art, I find that their aesthetics is actually can be quite remarkable, and they believe that they're in a golden age of Islam. You can see that as they take over the UK. That and they believe that part of that is building beautiful things.
Right.
And the Quran talks about beauty. Like, I don't know the Quran that well. I'm
Okay,
gonna
what
know it
did I
more than you
argue though?
imagine.
What
And
did
you're
I
gonna
argue?
sorry, what were you saying?
Restate my argument.
Restate your argument. Your argument was that the Talmudic Christianity or something like that. Sorry, essentially that Christ. So all right, the argument I have a problem with is the way end of your sentence, the way end of the paragraph where you said that Islam does not have good aesthetics or does not care about beauty. I think is the closer to what you said.
Yeah, why you keep avoiding what I actually said because you're equivocating by moving the goalpost to be quote Islam when I said specifically Allah because I am
All right. Okay.
arguing that there's a
Fair.
contradiction between what Allah instituted at the time of the temple
Mm-hmm.
to what Allah teaches post his supposed appearance to, or his supposed revelation to Muhammad.
Okay. Um. Okay.
So why would Allah institute something that's idolatrous?
Well, I don't
Why
believe
would
it.
why would
Wait.
Allah
What do you?
be an iconodual and then become an iconoclast?
I, what do you? The only things I argue and the only thing I'm trying to argue is that they
No,
do
you
believe in good
mischaracterized my
aesthetics,
argument and you called me
and that.
retarded when you didn't accurately present my argument. You expanded it to make it all about Muslims who can do good art, but that wasn't what I argued. The argument was about Allah himself and his commands.
Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. I guess my chicken brain didn't get that. um. Although. Um. Roman Catholics do this all the time, and so do Orthodox. You guys have like way cooler church interiors that you guys post.
Do you? So if you're a student of that iconographer, I mean, have you read the Seventh Council in 843?
No, I haven't. Which one is that?
Which one's what?
The Seventh Council in 833. I haven't read it. What does it
Well, you
cover?
know what the Seventh Council is, right?
I'm not going to be able to. I
So
know
you
of a
don't.
lot
You're
of the councils. I'm not
you're a
going to be able to tell
student of
you what's in a
iconography as a
council
Roman
based off of its
Catholic, and you
name.
don't know what the Seventh Council is.
No, I don't. That's not how I memorize things. I don't memorize things based off which
By
council
like
it
what
is.
they are. Like you don't. What do
Well,
you?
no,
How do you
I'll learn
memorize
that.
them?
I'll try to learn the theology to the best of my ability, but to know which council is it actually is in isn't particularly important to me.
Okay.
Like
So
it's
as a
obviously good
student
for
of
debate.
iconography, you don't know what the Seventh Ecumenical Council is, and you're
That's
calling me
right.
retarded.
Well, what I was trying to argue is that um, Islam does prescribe beauty.
Yeah,
Although
but
you're right
you're
that it's
not in a position
inconsistent
to even
with.
comment on this. You're not even in a position to comment at all. Do you understand how retarded you actually are, calling me retarded and not knowing what the Seventh Ecumenical Council is?
I think you can understand theology without what's it called, knowing each council's name.
Basics.
But no, obviously you're going to have much more knowledge than I am. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Good job. Goodbye. This is why these people are such slimy, just pieces of trash, dude. They talk trash all day long. And then when you actually talk to them, they have no clue what they're talking about. Imagine studying iconography. He's learning to, quote, paint icons under an Orthodox iconographer, and he doesn't know what the Seventh Ecumenical Council is. I hope, please clip this and let's put this up on YouTube, Dyer Clips, Dyer Central, Dyer Vault. I mean, this is just like par for the course. The shit talkers who just, I mean, I'm so tired of this stuff, man. These people are just retarded jokes. What's up, Jordan?
Is my mic on?
Yep.
So since we're on the topic of, veneration for icons, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. So, in session 4 of the Council of Nicaea, it uses the story of King Edessa to prove the holy napkin or the cloth in which Christ laid his face in, to prove the uh, veneration of icons in the incarnation. But wouldn't this story, like historically, isn't this like a forgery written later? Or if it is, why would it be cited at an ecumenical council?
I don't even know anything about it. I mean, just because something's cited, like not everything at an ecumenical council is quote infallible. So first of all, just something being cited is, I mean, if you get Richard Price's translations, there's like letters, sessions, acts, dogmas, confessions. All these things come out of councils. They're not all quote infallible. So I didn't even know that.
Okay. So also, one more question is there's a couple fathers that mention icon veneration. I agree it's an apostolic practice. I'm not saying it isn't, but where can we find icon veneration, like, I don't know, before the 4th, 5th century? I understand it is an apostolic practice. I fully profess and believe it, but I'm just asking
I mean, read
something.
the Hugh Wyberg book, read Michael Garton's book. They just put out books on that. Michael Garton just has a new book on that. You can go to the catacombs and see the altars and the iconography there in the catacombs. Jeremiah, what's up?
Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, so I saw you comment on Dinesh D'Souza's thing where he's calling Tucker Carlson an idiot for talking about one of the oldest Christian heresies. I take it was Tucker in that clip talking about like Western nation support for Zionism with
Yeah,
regard to like
Judaism is the
Judaizing.
oldest heresy.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had just had a conversation in my school group chat thing that we're all required to participate in, and I'm still waiting to hear back on that. But I was thinking about that same thing today because I clicked on that video and I'm like, I wonder what the comments look like. And there's Jay Dyer. like, okay, so Tucker concedes a lack of education on this, but like, is he not right? Like, that is the oldest heresy.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer and shows that Dinesh is an absolute retard.
Yeah. So I hope that debate happens between y'all. That's going to be a good watch. But
Don't hold your breath. I don't think he's ever going to do it because, I mean, the best we could hope for is that he thinks I'm a dumb comedian and he could, trounce me, but I wouldn't hold my breath. But thank you for that, Jeremiah. Anybody else want to come on? It's same topics as earlier today. That guy was a big letdown. These arrogant Roman Catholics, man, they're just something else. I mean, I've dealt with these people for so many years and they have no clue what they're talking about, but they're so arrogant, man. Imagine studying iconography and painting icons and you don't know what the Seventh Ecumenical Council is. I mean, this just blows my mind. But you're on Twitter calling people retards over the topic of the Seventh Ecumenical Council. It's just like the internet is producing armies of retards who are zealous retards and know nothing. What's up, man? Go ahead.
Yo,
Yep,
okay, hey, what's up, man? Um, I'm a Roman Catholic.
I know.
Wait, what? Okay.
I mean, I
Um,
saw when you came up, it's in your profile. So go ahead.
oh, okay, I forgot to put that. So I don't know much about fuck when it comes to Roman Catholicism.
Shocker.
Um, uh, and honestly, I don't need to. Um, So what's the beef with Roman Catholicism? Is it that because they say that they're the one true church, or and your argument is that they're not the one true church? There's the Orthodox
I
and
mean, I think that sums it up, but like, why do you think you don't have to know anything about it? Doesn't that kind of speak to
well,
your own ignorance?
no. It's not that I don't need nothing to. I know enough. Meaning, and a lot of people make fun of like, oh man, we have the Saint Peter and the keys, right? But that's not nothing, right? I mean,
I mean, is that your argument? You just
no, I'm not.
you just
I'm
say the
not trying
word
to.
keys. Is that?
No. I'm not trying to argue anything. Like I said, I'm an electrician, blue collar guy. I don't know anything about theology, or I don't study this shit. I barely have time
Okay, so
to.
well, then how do you know that it's right? Like you're like, I don't have to know it. So why is that? Could I just say the same thing to you? Like, I don't need to know it, and I'm Orthodox. Like, I don't need to know if it's right. It just is.
Well, I've heard in your debates. I believe it was with Tim Gordon that you said that it kind of drifted off in a different way. So that means that it doesn't not mean that it's not the true church, but that it's now like infiltrated in some way.
Well, I mean, the Roman Church teaches that it's indefectible. So how is it still the true church if it's defected and it's been infiltrated?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So is your beef that they say that they're the one true church that is indefectible, but
Yeah, it's
obviously
contradicted itself dogmatically multiple times over. It's a giant fraud. That's why I have beef with it.
okay, when did it become a giant fraud? And this is me generally asking. I have no
I mean,
idea.
it took several centuries, but I mean, from the 8th century to the 12th century was when Rome dogmatized things like the filioque and then later created grace, things like that.
Okay, so up until that point, was it the one true church?
Well, you were in communion with the other patriarchates in the Orthodox Church, and then you became the Franco-Papal Latin Church at the 11th century when the Gregorian reforms completely changed the ecclesiology of the church in the West.
Okay, so when the Bible says that the gates of hell wouldn't prevail, what was that referring to?
It's to refer to our church, which teaches the same thing as the first 1,000 years of the church.
So which one is it? Is it Orthodox or Roman
I
Catholicism?
mean, did you not hear what I just said?
Well, you said that it drifted off a couple centuries
I
after.
literally just answered your question 2 seconds ago. You said what church? The one that I just answered, the Orthodox Church.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. I'll
Well, I
sleep
mean,
on
what
that.
what keeps you Roman Catholic? I mean, if you don't care
I
about the
I
theology, what is it?
well, I was born into it. I drifted off. I came back in. My girlfriend at the time brought me back, and then we got married through the church. And we attend regularly. We do all the things that that the religion kind of asks, and we just that's just the way we live, and it's been a good life for us. So I mean, a Protestant can sit here and say the same thing about being a Lutheran or whatever, but I definitely wouldn't convert to that. It's just what I've known my whole
Well,
life.
but if a Protestant could say the same thing, then how is that the basis for which one's right?
well, the 15th century, that's a little late in the game.
Say what now?
I'm saying that the Reformation happened in the 15th century, so that's a little late in the game.
Well, what about the Papal Reformation in the 11th century?
See, like I said, I haven't studied it as much or at all actually. So I mean, I'm genuinely just asking questions.
Well, I'll give you a good example. In the document called Unum Sanctum from 1382, the Pope says that you have to believe in the temporal power of the Pope, meaning that he's a world emperor, also to be saved. If you don't believe that, you can't be saved. Post Vatican II, the Roman Catholic Church doesn't teach that anymore. So that I think is one of the strongest glaring contradictions.
Yeah, and honestly, Orthodox is appealing to me, but it's just that like if you guys had your own version of the higher up, like where does the buck stop with Orthodoxy? I mean, they
You mean why
and
don't
it
we have a
and
Pope? Is that what you're saying?
no, not a, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it a pope. Like, I mean, someone to kind of call the shots and kind of like put to rest like some of the things that you guys can agree on, like contraception, remarriage, and stuff like that.
Well, that's the problem for your position because the papal position allowed for divorce for many centuries and remarriage because you accepted the same canon law that we have. So if that's an argument against Orthodoxy, it's also an argument against the Roman Catholic Church.
And what about contraception?
Well, that's a different topic. We don't argue for contraception, but there might be cases in which people have a situation where it can be done. But I mean, natural family
Well,
planning is the same thing. So what's the difference? We would agree, by the way, not to do abortifacient pills or whatever.
oh, okay, so okay. I mean, NFP is a little. I mean, I don't know, a little less secular, no, in my opinion.
How it comes from pagan Greek menstrual cycles. It's a Greek tradition that the Roman Catholic Church allows.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man, because they can get pregnant no matter when their cycle is really.
Well, but that has nothing to do with whether or not the source of the argument makes it true or not, because you're saying, well, that's less secular. I mean, how do you know that? Just because the papacy allows it? Well, the papacy used to say that usury is a mortal sin, and now you can do usury. So, does it become less secular when the Pope simply just declares it so? Like, for example, the death penalty. The Roman Catholic Church was pro death penalty for centuries. It's in the Catechism of Trent, and now the Pope says no, there's no death penalty. It's against the gospel. So, which one is it?
And it's hard to defend the Pope, man. I mean, I see it.
I
I
know.
see
I
the
used to be
I
Roman
see I
Catholic.
see the I see the tweets. I see all that stuff, and apparently we don't hold the truth anymore. And
Yeah. So,
uh,
in fact, there's no reason not to be Orthodox if you're Roman Catholic because it's as good a path or better a path than others, right?
isn't it like? Am I mistaken when I say that it's like kind of like not race based or how does that work? Because there's
How is Roman Catholicism not ethnically based? I mean, when I go to Roman Catholic Church around here, it's all Hispanic people, and they do hip hop masses. So is that race based or?
I mean, you know that's case by case, and there's a lot
Oh, but
of.
it's what about what? So can I say the Orthodox Church is case by case because we have black
You
people,
can
we have
I mean, you
Japanese
can
people
because
in our
I don't.
church.
You can because I don't know anything about
Well,
Orthodox
you
churches.
should check out one sometime. See what
Do you
you find
recommend
out.
anyone in in California, in LA?
Uh, I mean, probably the most prominent one is Father Josiah Trenum's, and that's like Riverside. So I don't know how far that is from you.
Oh, that's like 45 minutes.
Well, that might
Oh,
be worth it. I mean, it's massive church. You would meet a lot of people, our age.
okay. All right. Cool. Sweet. Man, that sucks that you're not on our team anymore, man. I appreciate. I like your sense of humor, and I watch all your
All right.
clips.
Well, thanks, man.
All righty. Have a good one.
You too. Forward. What's up? Unmute. What's up? Having fun?
Yeah, former cadre here.
And you're now what?
Non-denomination. That means they'll put me in the category of non-denomination.
Okay. And what's on your mind?
Yeah, I think I would disagree with Jesus Christ wants icons. I would disagree with
Okay.
that.
Did he institute icons in the temple?
No.
No. Then who did?
Looking at the early first 300 years of the church,
No,
and
no, no.
looking at
The
what the church,
temple. The temple. The Jewish temple. Who told the Old Testament architects what to build in there? Who came
okay,
upon Hiram?
which item? Are you talking
I
about
mean, there's
the
only
first
one Hiram in
temple
the
of
Bible who
Solomon?
becomes an architect and designs all the iconography of the temple. You're not familiar with this?
Yeah, I think I am familiar with it.
Okay, so who told him to do all that?
Are you talking about the Ark of the Covenant and
That would be one of the implements, yeah, and all the icons of the angels all over the wall, the seraphim, the cherubim, all that.
yeah, I think that those two, just like Tertullian says,
They're what?
those two Tertullian,
I know who he is,
just
but
like
what does he say?
Tertullian said that those two things that were made there, they were in a different category and they don't go against the second commandment. In his book on idolatry, chapter 5.
Well, first of all, Tertullian ended up a heretic, and he's not talking about Christian iconography. And we would agree that they're not idols because they're images of angels. So is God an iconoclast in the Old Testament or not?
Oh, no, the statement that you made that Tertullian is not talking about the images in the church. He is actually talking because in chapter 5, he is saying that those people who make images are not going to be allowed in the church because they come with
No, I
excuses
know,
that
but he's
God,
talking about the images that are pagan images. He is not talking about Christian imagery because already they were utilizing the real presence of the Eucharist at that time as an image. So the Eucharist is an image. They had altars, by the way. You can go to Rome and visit the catacombs, and the catacombs have imagery everywhere.
yep,
Furthermore, Tertullian doesn't even matter because he's a heretic. He's just a historic witness. So it
yeah,
doesn't really matter what he says.
I think as a witness of the early church, it really matters, but I'm going to, maybe I'll set him aside. The reason why we have icons in the early church is because even church fathers like Irenaeus tell us that there were heretics that were making images. So we would have images in the
Yeah,
catacombs
you're just
because,
assuming that they're images of Christ and the saints, and it doesn't say that. They could be images of all kinds of things like gods or whatever, or pagan images. But does Irenaeus believe in the real presence?
that's a different topic. But first of all,
Well, it's not a
you
different topic
said,
because it's an image. The Eucharist is an iconographic image as well, is it not?
well, the Eucharist is not a drawn, I think we're talking about drawn images, right?
The what?
Draw images that have been drawn through colors, right?
Why does that matter? I mean, it's still physical mediums. I mean, is Jesus' human body an image or not?
No, we're talking about these are
Okay.
the things. Okay, I think
Oh my
you get
God,
the.
dude! What does Colossians call the Son incarnate?
Oi, he
The
is the image of the
icon.
invisible God. How
What's the
does
word there? What's the word?
the image, or you can
Icon,
use the image,
correct. Right. So the
but how?
Son incarnate is an icon of the Father. So there are icons of God. Jesus' human nature is an icon.
But Jay Dyer, I thought you are smart. How does an image
Oh my God.
when
No,
we
it's
talk
not
about an
me that's
image?
not smart. It's you that doesn't even know the basics of Christian theology and history.
No,
Are
I
you
think
calling
you
me
tap
you thought I
dance.
was smart? What are you talking about?
No, Jedediah, I think you're tap dancing because when I brought the argument about Irenaeus is saying that the heretics are bringing images, claiming that these images were handed over by Pontius Pilate and they are images of Jesus Christ. So we have heretics having images. We have also people like
We don't
with
know
Eusebius.
exactly what, right, but we don't know the status or the character of those images. But the point I'm making is that it doesn't matter what is a legend or a supposed idea of an image when Jesus himself is an image. You deny that?
Yes, I would deny that he is not a drawn image because I think when we talk about
What
icons,
is
we're
the
talking
difference
about
between
things
a
that have been drawn.
physical, it doesn't matter if it's drawn or not because words on pages are iconographic, right?
Mm.
Is
Yeah, I see.
the word Jesus an icon?
The word Jesus?
Yes.
Are you talking one side? Maybe you if you put them in the category of icons,
Are
yes,
they drawn?
written.
Oh my God. So see, you are the one that's a retard because there's no difference
No,
between drawing a word and writing a word, you idiot.
I think you don't even know what you're talking about because if you say that Jesus Christ was an icon of the Father, what does that really mean?
Do you understand that's said by Paul? It's not my theory, you
Yeah, I
idiot.
understand. I understand.
You're a
What do you think?
retard.
What do you think?
You're not, it's not worth talking to you, man. You're a complete waste of time. So it's, he thinks that drawing and writing are different things. This is what we get with these people.
I'm bringing him. I captured him to bring him on.
You?
No, I found somebody on the street.
Oh, you
I've
found
been
the Zionist on the street.
yeah, I've been searching the streets for like the top Zionist in Montana, and here he is. He wants to debate. No,
Awesome.
I'm joking. Go ahead. That would be fun though. We should do that for one of the nights at the conference. Go to St. Augustine and search out the top Zionist.
We have to see what kind of evangelical churches we have. I don't even know what there is. What's up, Jim?
Kind of a silly question, but if there was Polaroid cameras around the time of Jesus and someone took a Polaroid of Jesus, do you think Protestants and iconoclasts would be so quick to burn those Polaroids? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a
Some would. I mean, I think if you're like reformed puritanical type people, they would, yeah. Because I remember when I was reformed, this topic came up. And it was like, what if we had a picture of Jesus? And they were like, you have to get rid of it because that's a violation of the Ten Commandments. We have a person arguing Judaism. Go ahead. Unmute.
Well, that's rare. That's kind of cool to have you. Welcome.
Anointed, do you want to talk or not? All right. He's not going to talk. So, Savio, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Jay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know what's your thoughts on the whole Ridvan situation. Like, do you think it's some type of like subvert type thing in which
I haven't kept up. I mean, I don't, is there something new?
yeah, well, so there was a post by this random dude who is like and he sent it to his wife, and he was like, "Hey, I've been wanting to get with you, and like I want your hand in marriage." And this woman said, "Yeah," on the public Twitter thing. Like it was actually insane. And I think it's
Wait,
some
I'm sorry. I got Jamie started talking. I couldn't hear what you said. Say that again. What happened?
Yeah, I got you. So
Start over.
yeah, so apparently I guess they're divorced or something like that now. And so the wife, like Miss Apostate, like this random dude on Twitter told her, hey, I would like to marry you, and she accepted it on like on Twitter. Like it's insane. And so like
There's no way they're divorced. There's no way the papers went through that fast.
yeah,
You know, I think
I don't think they're
they're
divorced.
they're separated.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah, like what's going on. I've been following it.
Yeah. Do you think it's some type of subvert type thing to like make the church look bad? Or?
I have no idea. I mean, I haven't paid attention to him since he decided he wanted to continue pushing his views.
I gotcha. Well, thank you, Jay. You have a good day.
Yeah, man.